Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you all know, this is Finance Dissected. So today we'll be talking about uh, how to create your budget tracker. So in the previous video I uploaded, I was actually talking about how you can manage your expenses because it's one thing actually important. It's one thing to make the money, it's another thing to know how to manage the money as well, of which is more important. So I uploaded a video how this budget tracker actually work. You put your income, your expenses. So by the time you put everything, help you to do it, then you see how it's going actually. So ever since I uploaded the video, I've been receiving a lot of messages like they want to know how to create it because it really look cool. It's gonna help you in your financial life. So I decided to create this video. Then I'll be taking through step by step on how you're gonna do it, step by step how to create the file, so that at the end you know how the file is being created. And another thing I want to mention is that if you know you have not watched the previous video, I will actually advise you go back. So it's on my YouTube channel, so go back and watch the video, then you know how it works. Because if you just follow the step by step, you might not know how it works properly. So I will actually advise you go back to the previous video and check how it works. And remember, this is Finance Dissected. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's go. All right. So you opened the Google spreadsheet already. So we'll start creating it now. The first thing you're gonna be doing is typing the paycheck. What a paycheck simply stands for is the amount which you receive at the end of the month. So if you're receiving your money monthly or weekly, so whatever time you receive your money, so it simply stands for the amount which you receive. And you see the other one there is left to budget. So the left to budget there is what you are left with to budget. So that will be automated later. And as we go on, you see the formula how it's being automated, so that you don't have to do anything with the left to budget. Whatever you have on your paycheck minus your item will give you your left to budget. So when you're doing your budget, you know what you have left. And as well, you see the first one created there is the category, the budget, and the type. So we're going to be using the drawdown later. So we're going to be using the drawdown later. So you know the category, the budget, because later on if you want to expand this you can actually do that, because this is a budget, and you know what budget is. It's like a forecast, like you are estimating what you're going to use, the expenses and the income, what you are expecting. So it's a forecast. Then if you need that, we can actually add actual to it so that you know the difference when it's out. So you see the category depends on what you are using your money for. So irrespective of what I'm just typing now, I'm just doing this for illustration sake. So you know your expenses, you know what you use your money for, that's what you'll be typing. So the first one I have there is the joint account. So I have Netflix, I have the gym subscription. So those are just my expenses. If I have investment as well, I will just put them there, because randomly I know what I spend my money on every month or every week. Whenever I receive my money, I know what I spend my money on. So definitely, I guess you know what you spend your money on as well. So you'll be listing out what you spend your money on, every item. So it must not be limited to those lists here. You can actually write as many as you want. So then later you'll be know if it's an investment expenses. So on the aspect of the budget. So you're going to leave that place because that's where you'll be putting the value. So on the type, so what we're doing now is we're going to use the drop down so that you can select if it actually expenses, investment, or savings. So that's what we're doing right now. So as you can see the drop down there, you can actually color code the drop down, and you can add to it as well. You can add as many as you want. You can add more than, because I'm just only adding four because of this video for illustration purpose. I'm just adding expenses, investment, savings, and liability. That's what I'm just adding. So if you want to add, so you can see down there, say add. You just click on the add there, then you can add to it. So you see you can actually color code it, whatever color you wish to use. You can use whatever color you want to use. So it's all done now. So later you'll be seeing them there, and as well you see the status of whatever you're doing. So we're going to insert it now. Don't tick boxes so you can know the progress, because we know every time I know they say it's good to make lists sometime, but there are sometimes we don't actually fulfill them. So it's not the end of the world. So whatever you are able to do, you can just tick them. Later on you'll be seeing how that is done. So it's just a simple step. It's not hard. Just if you don't anything you don't understand, just put it on the comment section. So what we're doing right now, we're actually adding the month so that by the time you create it, you can change it. That's why we're using the drop down for the months. So I'm only using July and August. We're already in July, so I'm using July and August. So you can add the 12 months of the year. If it's weekly, you can have the week 1, week 2, week 3. And actually there's a video I uploaded before, and it's just a run through of how everything works. So I just explained that before. So if you haven't watched that video, I will actually advise you go back to watch that particular video, so you know what I'm actually talking about. You know how it works, because in this particular video, this is like the part 2 of the video. I'm just showing the step how to create the file so that you can create it yourself. You can actually work on it, modify it. You can even modify it, do more than what I'm doing right now. So I will actually advise you go back to watch the other video so that you know how it works, the reason. Just very very important. If you really want to track the way you use your money, it's very very important. So now we'll be adding the border. We want to make it a bit look a bit good, so we want to add the borders. All you just have to do is just highlight that particular place you want to add a border, then click on the border, and you can always change the color. So it's not just this particular color I'm using that's available. I have several colors available, so you can use whatever color you want to use. And as well you can make the border thicker as well. So it's very important you know how your money, how you spend your money is the best way you can start keeping your money. So as you can see, I'm actually trying to add more borders. So you see there are different colors there. You can play around with the colors if you want to. You can just play around with the color. So in as much is okay for you, if it looks good for you, that's fine. So you see we've already typed in the formula for the um left to budget. So whatever we put down there on the paycheck, it will automatically show up on left to budget. So it's just a simple step. You don't have to do anything, and whatever you put it down on the budget, which is the value, you see the left to budget will be reducing till it gets to zero, when you know that you have nothing to budget anymore. And creating the chart, you can decide to use any chart you want to, depends on the one you understand. I like to use the peer chart. That's the one I like using because it's quite very understandable. So if you are doing it wrongly, so it's so understandable, it will actually show you that what you're doing is wrong. So as you can see, all you just need to do actually is just follow the step by step of what I'm actually doing. The chart is very important because that's what I use often. I don't have to start looking at the figure. Once I pull all the figures down at the end of the month or weekly when I receive my money, so all I you have to do is just look at the chart there. Then I know if my investment is blue and my expenses is red. So I just know the percentage of my investment, because I know every month, I know the amount of money, I know how many percent I take for investment, I know how many percent I take for savings. It's all about planning. Because doing this alone will make you to stop the habit of, I know most people, once they receive their money, what they do first is that they pay all their bills before they pay themselves. So what you ought to do first is that you pay yourself first. So once you have the list of everything you're doing, it's actually very very simple for you. That's what I do, and it's actually working for me, because you only work with what you have. This is the budget you have already. So imagine you already put everything down in this budget, that is what you're going to use. So you only work with left to budget that you have, because you've already shared what you want to use, what you put in investment, and everything you want to do. So as you can see, what I just did is that, for you see, for the first month and for the second month, what I did is I actually copy what I did before and I pasted it, so that I don't have to start doing everything over again. So that's why the drop down on the months is very important. So that all you just need to do, for the first one you can pick July, then on the second one from the drop down there you pick another month. So that's how you just keep on doing it. So you don't have to start repeating what you did before. Like you don't have to start saying like, oh, I have to type this for the 12 months. No, that's not how it's been done. All you just have to do is just create one, then just copy and paste it. Then what you need to do next is just try to modify it. So this is actually the second sheet you are now. So you see, so we're making 3 months already now. All I just did was just copy and paste. I copy what I did before, so I'm just pasting it again. You see, so like I said before, you can actually play around with it, change the color or whatever you want to do. Just everything just in this video, just step by step. I actually took time to make the video so that it will be quite understandable. In case there's anything you still don't understand about the video, just put it at the comment section. I will definitely attend to it. So what we have in here is actually like 2 months already we have in here, but later we'll be putting the figures, so we'll be doing that later. So we're adding the charts now to see how everything is going, so you can actually compare your both months. That's good thing about it as well. So what I normally do is that after I prepare all the month, I actually put all the charts in the same place, so that I have to compare every month. I know the month which I was actually performing well and the month I'm actually performing low, so I have to do comparison. And don't forget, you can actually use different type of charts. Whatever one you know, it's simple for you to use, so you just use it. So you see what I did there, that's actually very important. So just talking more on there, what you need to do is that just highlight the place, because um just inserting the chart alone it's not enough. What you need to do is highlight the place, the budget there and the type. That's where you're going to highlight, so that it's going to label the percentage of everything you are doing. So that's what you're going to highlight for the chart. So when it's not right, it will definitely tell you that what you're doing is not right. So, and don't forget to mark the aggregates while you're doing it. Always tick the. So you see, these two charts I'm actually using are two different charts, but they're actually the same thing. If you look closely, they're actually the same thing. So what we'll be doing next soon is that we'll be putting the figures so that you really see how it will. So how it will be moving. We'll be putting all the figures, the expenses, the investment. So I'm just going to start editing the figures again so that you see how it works as well. Just playing around with it. It's actually very cool. It's gonna be very useful to you if you actually watch the first video. That's when you're gonna know the usefulness. When you watch the first video, you know the usefulness. So you see what just happened. So I remove all the value. You see the chart is already removed because there's nothing to show. So now I'm gonna start putting the figures now. So that's the month for July and that month for August. So we'll start putting the figures now. So putting for joint account. So you know what you pay for every month. So it's just an estimate, like a forecast. You know what you know what you spend, because what I spend for Slim World, for gym, I know what I spend. So that's what I'm just putting down. So as you can actually see, you see the chart is actually adjusting. So it depends on the figure. So as you can see, it's actually adjusting. And another thing you need to take note of here is that you see the left to budget is reducing. So whatever you're doing, it's actually reducing. It's telling you what is left for you to budget on. And you see the buses. I'm actually taking the bus because all those ones have been done. So the same thing for the other month. as you can see, what I just did is just this for illustration, actually, like I said before. But what I actually did is that the figures I'm using here is actually different from what I use, except for some specific stuff um Netflix subscription, the gym. So those ones actually fixed because it's actually what I paid last month, I'll be paying this month. So except for that, like for in terms of investment and the rest, those ones actually vary, depends on what I receive, because I actually have a portion of what I keep for savings, what I keep for investment every month. So it depends on what I actually make at the end of the month, that I'll actually know what I'm going to keep for investment or for savings. So as you can actually see the chart now, so you know what you're doing. So now you see the drop down we did before. So you see the joint account, you see it is savings, you see that, and you see the all the expenses. So the ones that you know that are actually expenses, you put them down. So it's quite very easy to understand. The ones you know that the abilities, your overdraft, so you just putting them down. So you don't need to start typing then. It's very easy, very straightforward. And also don't forget, you can also do the, in case you don't want to use this what we're using, the you can use Excel as well. It's very simple, still the same way. And the good thing is that you can actually copy it from here and paste it actually in your Excel, and it will still work. All you just need to do is just little modification and you're done. So it's very easy, as you can see, very easy and straightforward. Like I said before, if you want to add actual, like when you actually receive your salary, so if it's different from what you have here, so you can actually add actual to it, just a simple step forward. So this is actually how it works. So it's very easy to do. So just try to create it on your own. In case you don't get it, just let me know. But I know once you watch the video a couple of times, you will definitely know about it. All right, thank you for watching my YouTube video. Thank you. More videos are coming. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. More videos are coming. Thank you. See you on the next video.